We're now joined by a candidate for the Victoria County Precinct 3 seat, Shannon Martin. Welcome, Mr. Martin.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on.
Well, it's great to see you. You're a very familiar face in our community. You more recently served as the interim fire chief for the fire department, and I want to get to know a little bit more about your background because I know it doesn't stop there. Tell us about your legacy and service to this community.
Absolutely. The fire department was, of course, a big part of my life. I put in over 36 years of service for the organization, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And while we're talking about that, I want to give a shout out to the endorsement for the Victoria Firefighters Association.
Oh, wow, that's a big endorsement.
Yes, that was an endorsement that was dear to my heart. That group of men and women, they're here and they put it on the line for all of us every day. So. And
you're like a family. I mean, just this community of firefighters. Absolutely. And they've seen you grow throughout your whole career.
Absolutely. I had a plan to be where I'm at today. I gave a 2-year notice for my retirement and my exit from the department because I knew that this is what I wanted to do and I wanted to be in on this campaign cycle. I always had an interest in this, and the time was right. The time was to do it was now.
What is it about the role that interests you?
What interests me is being someone that has had the opportunity to serve this community. I want to continue to do that, and I want to do that in the role as the next Precinct 3 County Commissioner. I want to bring my conservative values and put them to work for the taxpayers and the people. The taxpayers and the people of Precinct 3 and Victoria County, that's who we should be listening to. That's who I will be listening to. And that's the agenda that you should be pushing forward, is the agenda of the taxpayers, the voters. They're the ones that put you in there. That's who you should be listening to, and that's who you should be standing shoulder to shoulder beside and working with towards what their goals are for the community.
And in this 6-month journey, as you continue to go down the road, you still have a couple weeks left. What are you hearing the most? What are the issues at the forefront of Precinct 3? What do they want fixed?
You know, there's not a lot of giant issues with Precinct 3, and that's going to be fortunate for the next Precinct 3 Commissioner. Commissioner Burns has done an outstanding job keeping Precinct 3 in the condition that it's in. So there's not a lot of big major issues laying out there in Precinct 3 that need to be addressed. There are some specific drainage issues I'm aware of, some issues with some roads, but for the most part, Commissioner Burns has held that precinct together in his 5 terms and kept it in very good shape. But that's what will be important to me, is listening to the taxpayers and listening to the voters on what's important to them. What's important to them is what's going to be important to me. And I feel like I have a well-rounded experience that I can bring to the court and help push the needs and the agendas of the voters and the taxpayers forward. Not just my experience and career at the fire department, having direct hands-on experience with multi-million-dollar taxpayer budgets,
right,
and assets, and knowing how to allocate that taxpayer money and those assets in a conservative manner.
And having an intimate, close relationship with even the roads. I mean, in your former career, you know the town, you know the roads.
Sure, absolutely. So with that experience and the management of taxpayer infrastructure, taxpayer vehicle fleets, I can bring that to the court. And then on the other end of the spectrum, been a local business owner, owned 2 local businesses. Sold one of the businesses out approximately 13 years ago to another local business person. They're still operating that business today.
It's great to see your passion for this.
Thank you.
All right, well, coming up, don't go anywhere. We hear from more candidates, part of the Victoria County Republican runoff. Don't go anywhere.